But first, we continue our ACC team previews with a program that I hold near and dear to my heart. Syracuse University, the Orange, with a decent 2019 season, finishing 9-5, 2-2 within conference play, coming up short by 1 goal in the ACC tournament, losing to UNC 11-10. As for the NCAA tournament, could have been a little bit better as well. Syracuse knocked out after the first round, falling to Loyola 15-13. The Orange losing some key players after last spring with the graduation of top point leaders like Bradley Voigt and Nate Solomon. But it's far from doom and gloom for SU with the return of Midi Tucker Dordovic. Dordovic had a standout freshman season back in 2018, recording the most starts by a true freshman offensive player since 2007, totaling 20 points that season, 15 goals, 5 assists. Unfortunately, Dordovic did sustain an injury that left him sidelined for the duration of the entire 2019 season. But hey, he's back. He's ready to roll. Another guy we are glad to see returning, redshirt senior Steven Reyes, the attackman transferred to Q's from Holy Cross and has made quite the name for himself since, starting every game last season, finishing the year with 39 points, including a team best 21 assists, and ranked 4th in the ACC with 1.5 assists per game. We were just getting used to seeing this guy in green and gray, but change of plans. Chase Scanlon is rocking orange and navy this year. Scanlon had a standout freshman season with the Greyhounds, racking up 58 points, 43 goals, 15 assists, leading all NCAA Division I freshmen with those 43 goals, landing him USILA second team All-American. You can catch him rocking the 2s on his jersey this year.
Coach Rogers kind of just threw it out there and offered it. He said you can pick 22 if you want it. We haven't really had a lot of discussions about it. I kind of just made the decision I would like to wear the number just because the special meaning behind it, and the people that have worn it before me are kind of big to the game of lacrosse, and kind of built the Syracuse program to what it is today, and I'd like to be a part of that.
Defenseman Nick Mellon is back for a 5th year and has been named team captain. Mellon started all 14 games at close defense last season as the team's top cover defenseman. Syracuse native led the team with 19 caused turnovers and added 31 ground balls. As mentioned, Mellon, a redshirt senior, that was a decision that took him some time to make.
I was going back and forth a little bit, last summer, debating on this whole 5th year thing. And the fact that I took it and am able to compete, with this team, with this program, and under this coaching staff for another year, it's something that, it's something that, I'll forever cherish, because not everybody has the opportunity to be in a program like Syracuse for 5 years.
Let's take a look at the guy between the pipes, Drake Porter. Porter has been hard at work since the fall, playing for Team Canada in the U.S. Lacrosse Fall Classic. He finished the 2019 season earning all ACC honors after leading the conference in both save percentage at 56% and saves with a totaled 177. Here's another team captain for the upcoming season, Brendan Curry. The junior has totaled 29 goals and 21 assists over the last 2 seasons. He was a 2019 All-American and All-ACC selection and was one of the best midfielders in the nation just a year ago. Travis is with Brendan now.
So we got Brendan Curry joining us now. Brendan, when you look at it now, you're now an upperclassman, 3rd year there on campus, and you're a captain, which I feel like has got to be a pretty special honor for you. As just a junior, what does it mean for you to be elected a captain?
Yeah, it's definitely an honor, especially, growing up a Syracuse fan, seeing all these guys lead this team, and then having our captains, my freshman and sophomore year, just learning from them. Then learning from the captains this year, it's been a really cool honor, and I've learned a lot for sure.
You grew up in Maryland, where there probably aren't a ton of Syracuse fans. You're down there in Hopkins country, but your dad obviously was an All-American player at Syracuse. What's it like to follow in his footsteps and now have an opportunity to try to replicate what he had a chance to do in college?
Yeah, it's really cool. He was my coach and kind of role model growing up. He taught me pretty much everything I know about the game up till I got in high school and college. So he's definitely my biggest fan too. So it's cool just, being in his footsteps, being able to wear his number, honestly having the same coaches as him. So there's a connection there. So yeah, it's been really cool, and I know he loves coming to watch the games and rooting for the Orange.
So obviously you go to Syracuse in order to be part of this legacy and everything, the number 22 and the pals and the Gates and all that. But it feels like there was a different buzz, at least nationally, the last couple of years than there is this year. Like this year, it feels like Syracuse is back. How does it feel to you guys in the locker room about the expectations about what you guys bring back and what you hope to do?
Yeah, I know we're definitely confident going into the season, like we are every year. But I think this year is just different just because of the depth that we bring back. A bunch of middies, attackmen, bringing Chase and Tucker back in is going to be huge. And then just kind of at every position, we're just super deep. So this year, definitely, we don't have the pressure on us, but there's definitely that spotlight that's always on Syracuse that we love. We kind of strive for that. So hopefully we can capitalize on it.
I know you say there isn't a lot of pressure, but there are the people there in Central New York that are like, well, if you don't get to championship weekend, it's a disappointing season. I mean, what do you think about when you think about wanting to get back to that stage?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely in the back of our mind, as it is the coaches, and then pretty much our whole team. But this year, we're kind of taking a different approach to it and kind of just starting to take week by week. It's a long season, so we're kind of looking at it as, win the week. So we'll try and win every single week, every day at practice, just so we don't get lost up and just kind of only focus on that end goal and kind of chop the season up week by week so we can kind of go after our opponent, whoever it may be on that Saturday or Sunday.
You mentioned the depth, and especially in the midfield unit, it just seems ridiculous. Like, what's it like at practice when you're running out these midfield lines and between yourself, and you mentioned Chase, who's going to play some attack, and Dordovic, Trimboli, and it seems like you just got lines and lines of guys that you can run out there and take runs.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a huge benefit. We can run, 3 lines pretty much every single game, which is huge, especially in the beginning of the year. Just gets fresh legs, and then hopefully when we make our run at the end of the year, just having trust in multiple guys, be able to go to the goal and make the right decisions. Pretty much at every single position, we're pretty deep, which is good. Getting into especially when we start playing our ACC games, it'll just make it a little bit harder to scout us. So yeah, it's definitely a big benefit.
What have you noticed from Chase in his addition to your offense?
I mean, his finishing and just kind of the way he finds space. We lost Voigt last year, who was obviously a big part of our offense. And Chase has come in and really filled that spot well, as well as, being able to dodge, out of a 3-step dodge kind of on the backside. But really finding space and just kind of finishing. He's pretty much finishing everything, just finding ways to get to the goal, which has been a really important part of our offense this year.
Making everybody else look good. That's really what you want. You mentioned finishing, and I know you had, I read, you were talking about retooling your shot into last year. How have you seen your shot continue to develop now in your junior season?
I think our whole team, honestly, we got a new offensive coordinator, as everyone knows, Coach March. So he's kind of been really instrumental in our whole offense, changing the way we shoot and the kind of shots we took. My shooting percentage probably wasn't too good last year. And I think Coach March just kind of came in and he's watched a lot of film on us and kind of noticed, where we're taking shots and, sidearm, underhand, overhand, like where and when to take those shots. So he's kind of really focused in on our shooting because I know we have a lot of athletes that tend to get to the goal and get our hands free. So now it's just kind of about, beating the goalie.
Finally, before we let you go, I noticed a lot of Ravens talk on your Twitter. How tough was it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, that was not fun. The whole team was rooting against me and one of my kid on our team, Basil Aburn, were the only 2 Baltimore guys. So definitely was not fun. A lot of Giants fans up here.
Well, yeah, hey, they didn't even make the playoffs. They got to deal with a bunch of other stuff. So you still got some stuff to root for. Yeah. Hey, Brendan, we can't wait to see you guys out in the field coming in a couple of weeks. Good luck with the rest of this preseason. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, thank you.